Hey, what's up guys? UrAvgWarGamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And today's topic is going to be about the top 5 most powerful battleships that you can buy from those Santa Mega containers or Santa containers. And they are also in the rare category. So if you're looking to get these battleships, I will be explaining that why they are really strong and why they have removed for sale previously. And now they only are in those containers in the rare category. So I will be explaining every bit of that battleship in the video. So definitely if you are looking to buy them, definitely watch this video. And obviously if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, and even comment. So let's talk about the number 5th pick that I would say in my opinion is really strong even in 2024, and that is the British battleship Thunder. Now Thunder was available for coal, and Thunder actually is kind of similar in terms of its hull design compared to Conqueror, except that it has 8 guns. It has 457mm guns, which obviously is a definitely big difference, and kind of I felt that it is better. Even when I was playing Conqueror and Thunder, I kind of felt that the guns overmatch on cruisers is insane. And with the 1.9 Sigma and battlecruiser dispersion that Thunder gets compared to the Conqueror's only battleship dispersion, Thunder shines a lot with these guns. The accuracy is really nice. It absolutely depth strike cruisers and even just do so much damage to battleship because it does not also have short fuse AP compared to Conqueror. Also, the reload time is pretty insane. It has 26 seconds of reload time base, which you can improve it down to 22.9 seconds. And even though having the worst firing range, which is only 21.5 kilometer, by the way, it used to have better firing range, kind of like similar to Conqueror, but then for some reason they have decided to nerf it. Although they don't nerf even these premium ships, but they have decided to nerf the Thunder to get this range down to 21.5 kilometers. And the reason why they have done that is because of the HE spam capability of Thunder. It has literally insane HE alpha damage even in today's standards. 8200 alpha with 63% fire chance really makes a pushing battleship life absolutely miserable and nightmare, because it will just set permanent fires upon fires every single salvo with 63% fire chance and insane accuracy still even of today's standards. The Thunder will just makes anything burn down quickly, especially the battleships, because the fires will take longer, and that really makes Thunder insane. The HE capabilities are obviously, just like I said, off the charts. 8200 alpha, 8 of these guns, and then also you have AP penetration capability, which is normal, not short fuse AP, like on the San Vincent and I would say Conqueror, makes the guns extremely effective at broadside battleships. So you can also citadel them with really insanely good penetration capabilities of AP. It just makes Thunder really one of the very superior battleships, even in 2024 if you are playing in randoms. Although definitely one thing that Thunder kind of got power crept itself. Well, I didn't thought that the Thunder was going to get power grab, but that the introduction of San Vincent definitely makes Thunder value a bit less, because San Vincent HE is also slightly less alpha, but having more, good fire chance with, battlecruiser dispersion as well. Slightly worse Sigma, but still San Vincent does have its unique capabilities that make it kind of very much closer to Thunder. Also, one thing that I would like to share, that Thunder has the I would say citadel armor, or I would say the citadel damage that it can heal, which is 33% compared to Conqueror's 10%. So that is definitely a huge difference. Also that it has, I would say, worse healing capabilities compared to Conqueror. Conqueror does have super heal, or we say specialized repair team, but it has the normal repair party, but it has better cooldown at 60 seconds compared to Conqueror's 80, San Vincent's 100, and also it heals slightly better than most other battleships, like for example on the case of Montana and Iowa. Those also heal up slightly better HP than most battleships, and Thunder also have this capability with only 60 seconds of cooldown. So it does still have its repairing capabilities that are definitely way better than most of the battleships in the game. Also, it has defensive air fire, so it kind of works a bit against aircraft carriers, but don't expect too much, except when it got released, the defensive air fire feel a bit better. But again, I don't think so that the defensive air fire really helps in his carriers much, except to shoot down a couple of planes. But overall, the guns and also the concealment, I haven't even talked about that. The concealment is really good. Just like Conqueror, 12.3 kilometers, and with this insane, firepower capability that you can do insane damage on broadside, Thunder is still packing a lot of punch. So this is the reason why they have got it removed. The HE power that it has, the HE penetration capability that it has, also 114 millimeter, it's really makes the Thunder strong. Also, Andrew Cunningham also really makes Thunder even more better. And obviously, with the introduction of improved repair party readiness, you can get at least 2 more heals than 5 heals on the Thunder already. So you can get extra heal from the improved repair party readiness if you get 2 million potential. And also, if you able to get 2 kills, which is most likely possible in a random or even in the ranked battles, you will get extra heal. Or I would say extra defensive fire, which is insane. So you get like really good amount of HP back once you started to use all the heals in Thunder. And it is possible because you can also repair the Citadel damage by 33%, which is kind of typical of cruisers. So that's the reason why Thunder is still really, really strong, and definitely a lot of people looking forward to get this ship if they have any chance from the rare Santa containers. So that's what Thunder really is about. At number 4, we have the American Tier 9 premium battleship, the Georgia. Definitely very much worthy at number 4. And as you can see, it has 6 guns, but 457mm guns at Tier 9. So that is really much comparable to Thunder, except the fact that it has 1 less turret, and also it has battlecruiser dispersion with 1.8 sigma. So just 1.1 sigma worse than Thunder, but you are having these 6 457mm guns that can absolutely punch super hard on cruiser or even battleship broadside with, just like I said, good accuracy, as well as you have this artillery plotting room mod 2, which improves the dispersion by 11%, makes Georgia guns some of the most accurate guns at Tier 9. Really accurate guns with this insane penetration and really insane AP alpha capability, like 15.5 alpha damage is pretty disgusting, to be honest, at Tier 9. Way better than even Thunder and even Yamato. So it definitely feels really good. And also the Georgia is also one of the fastest battleships at Tier 9. It is ridiculously fast. And at that time when Georgia got released, we don't used to have the brisk skill, right? And even without the brisk skill, it has the improved engine boost of 15% maximum speed, which if you utilize it with the base speed of 34.7 knots, you can get it up to like 39 knots. And with the brisk actively running on the Georgia, if you get unspotted, you can have the speed of Georgia upwards of 42 knots right now. So it is faster than even some of the destroyers in the game, and we are talking about a battleship that has this speed. So fighting range is pretty impressive, as well as it also have some different good quality secondary batteries. It has I would say pretty much the similar accuracy that you find on Ohio and the Massachusetts. So the accuracy of secondaries are improved, as well as you can also slap William Halsey captain on it. It just makes it even more insane with the Confederate skill. If you get not the Confederate skill, but you can say the talent that it has, Confederate, makes the Georgia even more powerful than already it is. Concealment can get down to around 13-ish kilometers. The entire defense is, I would say, slightly decent, against aircraft carriers, but don't expect much against Tier 10s. But the guns are the star of the show. The broadside might not, because it takes a lot of damage. Although I would say the armor, the bow is 32mm, and obviously the 38mm does help a lot against light cruiser HE shells and even destroyer HE shells. So it does have some tankiness like that. And by the way, talking about the tankiness, it does have improved healing, cooldown time of 40 seconds. Just like you find on those Massachusetts and Ohio. So with that insanely fast cooldown time, you can just get to the heals really quickly and have this really good survivability in Georgia, which really makes it pretty nice. The HP pool might not impress you because it is even slightly worse than Iowa and Missouri, but still, with the fast repairing of heal, like with the cooldown time, and also you have the spotter or fighter, you can increase the range if you want to, makes Georgia still one of the very accurate and very powerful battleships at even mid to long range. I won't say close quarters because again, the armor is vulnerable. If you broadside, you will be getting Citadel on the Georgia, but the guns does compensate so much, and the reload time is already 26 seconds, so you can already see where Georgia really is, and hence the reason it got removed. And by the way, it was also available for gold when it got released, but then they decided to remove it because it is too powerful. Okay, so at number 3, we have the British battleship again, but at tier 7. So I'm going to be talking about some lower tiers ones as well because they are actually really strong for their tier. And Nelson definitely comes in many of the players' minds, also from me. So why Nelson is really strong, and it also gotten removed. And by the way, it was available for 375,000 free XP. So a lot of lucky owners like me bought that for free XP. But then they have removed it for direct purchase from free XP, and now we are having Nelson as a rare ship in the Santa container. So why Nelson is really good? Well, Nelson is actually really powerful. It's kind of like a Thunderer at tier 7. I mean, I don't think so that I have, said it wrong. It is really powerful. HP pool is 60,000. At tier 7, it is very respectable. Like, there are so many even battleships out there that has low HP pool. Some of the battleships, I'm looking at you, Odin. It has 60,000 HP, not the best of the torpedo, but the best thing about the Nelson, I would say, really makes the the armor shine, is not the bow. It's this midsection. The midsection is covered in all 32mm armor. And by the way, at tier 7, we usually get battleships of around the armor plating of 26mm, which is very much susceptible to be getting overmatched by a lot of 380mm gun battleships. So it has way much tanky armor if you're able to angle it correctly. And even though its Citadel is huge, because that's what makes Nelson kind of weak, but they have just given it a really big Citadel. But at that time, Wargaming has decided to give it a super heal. So just like Conqueror, you can just heal absolutely insane amount of HP. And well, with this HP healing capability, you are kind of immune to fires and floods. And it really shows and makes Nelson extremely powerful. Also, if I talk about the guns, they are also really powerful. Like, it's literally like Lion guns, the tier 9 Lion guns that they have straight up given to the Nelson. You have 9 guns with 30 seconds of reload time. But look at the HE Alpha. Almost 7,000 Alpha with a 46% fire chance at tier 7 does not make this ship balanced. And also, by the way, it has 1.9 Sigma. So way better Sigma than many other battleships at tier 7, I would say. So with this good accuracy with 1.9 Sigma, and then you have this insane fire chance, means that the Nelson will absolutely crush the light cruisers because it will directly Citadel them with 102mm armor. And also the AP also going to smash a lot because the penetration is very good at 12,000 Alpha though, but it works just fine. So with this, the Nelson is definitely pretty much worthy in my opinion to be a rare ship, and hence the reason why it got removed. Now there is also a Collingwood and also I think a couple of other Nelson class battleships out there, but they don't get this deck armor, side armor of 32mm, which is insane, right? This armor really makes Nelson very tanky. You can bounce so many battleship shells at this tier that it just gets a lot tankier with the super heal. And even at that time, there was not a concept of the legendary commander, which is Andrew Cunningham. And also, this thing comes up, which is improved party readiness, just makes Nelson even more, powerful in healing. Like, you can get more heals, like 6 super heals. You are literally immune to fires. Like, there's just no way anyone can do that much. The only thing about this Nelson, just like I said, is going to be getting Citadeled. So overall, I would say Nelson is definitely a top-notch ship. At tier 7, even at today's standards. So definitely very much good at number 3. At number 2, we have the Japanese Tier 9 battleship. That is Musashi, but it's actually a Yamato at Tier 9. Like literally, the Musashi is literally just like I said, a Yamato class battleship. Having Yamato-like HP, also the protection of torpedo, torpedo protection is also Yamato-like. And also, the guns are Yamato-like. It has 460mm guns with similar reload time except for 1.8 Sigma. I have talked about the Musashi in the previous video. So it's basically almost works like Yamato. It has a cheek like Yamato, if I can show you the armor layout. It also has the cheek exactly like Yamato. But again, everything at tier 9 except for a couple of differences, which is 1.8 Sigma. So the accuracy is slightly worse. But again, your armor is solid, 57mm armor, 50mm armor at tier 9. It's extremely good, very tanky. And also this superstructure armor that really makes me surprised that it also have this 50mm armor plating. So the guns are really hard hitting at tier 9. Like 32mm overmatch is straight up disgusting against tier 7 battleships, cruisers. So I don't know what they were thinking when they have released it, but certainly they have realized their mistake by selling it for 750,000 free XP only. Yeah, that was insane. It is one of the cheapest free XP powerful ships out there. And that was Musashi, unless they have, or I would say until they have removed it. At that time when they have released, they only want to just say that the Musashi is strong, but again it has weakness, which is the anti-defense, which was and even still actually true. It has like tier 5 levels of anti-defense, absolutely poor anti-defense. And also to balance the Musashi later on against submarines, they have just given it absolute garbage ASW striking capability against submarines, like only 5 kilometer. It's just completely useless. So unless any submarine just trying to maybe shotgun you, but they will not gonna shotgun you, because then you have this 3 kilometer maximum damage threshold thing. So this is kind of useless, and that's what makes Musashi kind of balanced in their mindset. Otherwise, it's gonna absolutely smash destroyers if they show broadside, because the HE is also pretty insane. 7.3k alpha with 35% chance, fire chance is pretty respectable, but you will never gonna use it unless against destroyers. Cruisers and battleships definitely going to have a lot of problems at tier 9, especially the lower tiers, because there are so many light cruisers that have 32mm Citadel deck armor, and you will just simply overmatch that armor and just going to get straight up Citadel damage, even if they are angled, not penetration damage, Citadel damage, which is crazy. So the HP, the tankiness, Musashi feels absolute insane at tier 10. And even if you are up tiered, whenever you are against tier 10s, the Musashi will not gonna be feeling so bad, because you are not in something like the ship that is having very weak armor or something, because Musashi can just tank quite a lot even against tier 10 ships. Alright, so at number 1 we finally have a Giulio Cesare, or I don't know, Giulio Cesare? Sorry guys if I have mispronounced the Italian battleship name, I'm sorry. But this ship is really insane seal clubber at tier 5. This ship is insane, guys. I don't think so there's any other battleship at tier 5, or I would say any other battleship at tier 6 that is comparable to Giulio Cesare. Giulio Cesare is absolutely out of the league in terms of the firepower capability and whatever it has right now. The guns obviously is the star of the show, just like with every other battleship. 1.9 Sigma at tier 5 just feels completely disgusting. These guns are very accurate at tier 5 we are talking about, and also having decent torpedo protection, decent speed. So unlike many other battleships out there, if I look at the maneuverability, it has almost 29 knots of speed. And with the Luigi Cincinnati, which it was not used to be like there is not a concept of the legendary captain when Giulio Cesare got released, but now you can slap the Luigi Cincinnati and gets its insane advantages, makes Giulio Cesare overpowered to even more overpowered. And that's what really makes this ship good. It has really good concealment, like almost 12 km of concealment at tier 5 means that it is also a very stealthier ship. You can almost always disengage if there is not a destroyer in the vicinity, because the concealment is comparable to cruisers. You have 10 guns, they hit like a truck, you have really good HE shells, decent fire chance at 35%. There is nothing that really is, I would say, terrible of Giulio Cesare. It's just like a complete battleship package, the complete seal clubber sort of profile that you can have on that ship at tier 5. So definitely, if you're able to have this ship in your port by getting it from Santa containers, consider yourself really lucky, because it is definitely one of the very strongest ships in the entire game. Also, just one thing to remember, that it has, again, just like Musashi got its airstrike nerf, so it is actually pretty garbage, even worse than Musashi at 4 km, which means that the submarine is definitely going to have some really good love for this ship. Also, the anti-defense is all like not the good, not up to the standards. So again, against carriers and subs, just like Musashi, it is terrible. But again, as cruisers, battleship, and destroyer, which are the the important stuff that you're gonna be dealing it in randoms, is where this ship shines. So definitely, this ship is really strong. And finally, that's it from me, guys. I have basically concluded the video with top 5 of those battleships out there. Now, someone can argue that Missouri might be interesting. There might be some other couple of battleships that I have missed, like Massachusetts. Sure, they're really strong. Maybe the John Bart might be for your liking, but I have this personal opinion that those are good, but not really that good. Maybe the John Bart, I can put it into the top 5 category, but I cannot miss those battleships out there, especially the lower tier ones. I think that they should be mentioned in my video. So hence the reason I have explained a bit, explained them a bit, and yeah, that's basically from it. I mean, Missouri is good. I mean, if I talk about the Missouri, it has radar, a lot of the capabilities of Iowa, but again, kind of got power crapped. It used to be the insane credit earnership in the game, but except for the radar, it does not have anything unique. It has worse healing power than even the Iowa and Montana and NC, the Tech 3 counterparts. So Missouri is okay, but I didn't feel that it is interesting anymore. In 2024, there are some ship concepts, like for example the Rhode Island, that also got radar at tier 10, but Missouri still have something going for it, and hence the reason why I mentioned. But again, I don't think so. There is a for maybe historical reasons, there is like much thing about the Missouri that I will talk about. Maybe you can say the guns are good with the accuracy, sure, but also the Iowa and Montana have this similar accuracy, so there's nothing too much different. And I think I will conclude the video by asking you guys to please give me a feedback and even comment that what you really think about the really strongest ships that you want to get from the Santa containers. I would love to hear your comments down below. And if you do like the content, please comment, like, and subscribe, just like I said. And I will be catching you guys into the next video. Peace out.